Let's talk about that running back room because I feel that Jase McClellan is vastly underrated. Roydell Williams, he was getting a lot of reps with the first team. He's a first team guy, but he was the guy taking literally, the carries from Milrow this past scrimmage. And then you have, Jam Miller. So this running back room, and I continue to say healthy. Some of these guys are a little bit banged up, just it's fall camp. It's just the nature of it. But let's talk about this running back room. Why do we seem to be sleeping on Jase?
For me, I think Jase has just been banged up. I mean, he played well. He played well, extremely well. But I just don't think he had those splash plays like a Bijan Robinson, like some of your other running backs who's getting a lot of the pub and a lot of the credit right now. I don't think he got a huge bulk of the carries. I think we love to split up carries right now. And, he just didn't have those splash plays, a few little minor injuries. I think with his knee held him back a lot last year. And I just don't think that guy was healthy down the stretch like he could have been. I honestly think from the red zone on, I think Roydell was more effective. I think they're sleeping on Jase because he just didn't have the splash plays. I think once that guy gets the bulk and gets the opportunities, I think he'll do fine. I'm high on Jase. I'm high on Roydell. I'm high on the whole room. I love Roydell. I like Roydell's style better, especially with what they say we're going to be doing, the murder ball, as we call it. I think Roydell is a little more powerful between the tackles. I think Jase is a one-cut back. We got some great backs, man. I mean, take your pick. Reach your hand to a jar and take your pick. All these guys have different styles, but all these guys, I think, in Tommy Rees's system would be great. I just think Jase needs the opportunities. I think once he gets those bulk opportunities, you give him 15, 16 carries a game, I think then you'll see what this guy's talent can be and is.
Do you feel that this particular year, being that you can just kind of reach into the jar, as you said, I like that analogy, pull a running back out, do you think that this particular year could be a running back by committee, or do you think there'll be a featured back this coming season?
No, I definitely think it's going to be running back by committee. I don't even believe you can have one running back anymore. Not in this day and age with the way offenses are spread out, with the way the game is played today, with offenses running upwards of 70 plays. You definitely better have a stable of running backs. I don't even think you can do that one back set anymore and give somebody 28 carries anymore. I don't think that style of football is played in college anymore. You got to remember, when you look at the pro game, to everybody out there, the pro game is not about it's two separate games. The pro game is about moving the chains. Every pro coach will tell you, my objective is to get a first down. That's what the pro game is about. 10 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, 10 yards, 3 yards. They want to score by moving the chains in increments. Big plays coming here or there. That's why most of the scores in the pro game is always 24-21, 28-23. It's very, very low scoring. You rarely see 50-something points put up in the pros, where in college, scoring 45, 50 points is the norm. It's a spread game in college. It's not about moving the chains. It's about big plays. It's about deception. It's about motions. It's about, chunk yards at chunk times, passing the ball all over the yard. So with those plays, anywhere from upper between 50 and 75, 80 plays, you definitely want to have a stable of running backs and split time. So I definitely think we'll split the time this year. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think you want to go with the guy with the hot hands. You got a guy that's getting you 5, 6, 7 yards a pop. You definitely want to let him play a little longer, but you definitely want to keep those legs fresh, man, with the way the offense is built today.
On the line with Shawn from Huntsville. We appreciate you guys inside the comment box. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys being here. If you're a moderator inside the comment box, take care of those spammers. There's been a couple of them as of late. Shawn, this freshman by the name of Justice Haynes, everybody's super excited to see him, a little bit banged up, nothing to be serious about, scored 3 touchdowns during the Alabama spring game. You think he's for real? I mean, there's some people in the spring saying that he is going to be the absolute guy, maybe even this season. I mean, I know we put up all these high expectations on these freshmen, but you buying into Justice Haynes and what he's bringing to the table?
I am, man. I am buying full stock in this kid, and I'll tell you why. And it's not even because of his talent. It's not even just because of his talent, man. It's not because of his genes, what he comes from, his father, who also played the game at University of Georgia. It's because of this kid's humbleness. anytime you can get a kid with that humility, that don't mind waiting his turn, that don't mind coming in working hard, that don't mind working in 98, 99-degree heat when he could be somewhere sipping lattes somewhere. This kid's out lifting weights, going hard. He wants to play. He wants to learn. Kids like that will always make it, man, because they don't have that lazy quality in them. I'm buying stock on this guy. I am, because and another thing, my old coach used to tell me, Shawn, it doesn't matter about your ability. It doesn't matter how fast you can run, how high you can jump, how good your hands is. The best kind of ability is availability. Doesn't matter how talented you are on the field if you're not on the field. So I think that's another thing. Once these kids come in and really get in the weight room hard, they're just freshmen. They're just freshmen. And look how the gains that they've already made. I think Jam is just, he'll be better. He'll be better. This kid is great. He's going to be awesome as well. I think the injury bug has bitten him just a little bit, but I am definitely buying stock in Justice Haynes. I heard he picked up the offense very, very well. I heard he picked up pass pro very, very well. When a kid is that young and that talented, they leave you no choice. It's kind of like what Coach Saban said about the quarterbacks. Make me play you. You have no choice but to play them. Even if you want to redshirt them and save them, you can't. You can't, man. So I am definitely buying stock in that young man.
All right, last thing, Shawn, I appreciate you calling in, playing lead off for the show. Give us your take on the quarterback situation. You've been calling Jalen Milroe since the summertime. Sure. Looking like it's shaking that way, of course. So give me your take on the quarterback spot.
My take is this, man, and this is no disrespect to no other quarterback, because I love Ty. I don't know much about Buckner, but I've seen him. I've seen some of his past games. That kid is going to be awesome, too, if he just be patient and stay on the roster. I understand that he knows Tommy Rees's system, but remember, guys, this is not necessarily Tommy Rees's system that he'll be running. This is Bama's system with a couple of sprinkles of Tommy Rees on there, how he runs his plays. My take is, Coach Saban, the last few games we've lost to teams that we've actually lost. We've been beaten by quarterbacks who can throw the ball and most definitely who can run the ball. I don't care if it's Stetson Bennett. I don't care if it's Jaden Daniels. I don't care if it's Hendon Hooker. You better believe Coach Saban has that dynamic in his mind. He knows what is absolutely difficult to defend. Ty is awesome. He has a great future here. He has a great future. Him, Dylan. But when you're talking about third and long, they got the box stack because they know you're going to try to run the ball. They know you're going to RPO it. You're talking about a kid that can destroy you playing man coverage while your DB's backs are turned. Jalen Milroe will make you pay. You cannot play normal base defense against a guy like that. Sure, we all know his limitations with throwing, but remember, guys, we're basing that off one game film. Do you remember the Arkansas game when he came in, when Arkansas couldn't prepare for him, when they tried to play man on him, and he was absolutely killing them? He moved the ball up and down the field. He completed passes. So I think they'll have a great game plan for Jalen Milroe. I've been on record saying I think this kid will start because of his dynamic ability. I know what's difficult to defend, and I'd much rather play against the pocket passer any day, even though Tyke is very nimble himself. Jalen will pull that thing down and go 70, easy. I know that is absolutely difficult to defend when you're playing defense. It's almost no defense to defend it. If he can just limit the turnovers, not give the ball to the other team, Jalen Milroe is going to show a lot of people that he is the real deal. And that's my thing. I'll be in the chat, Kyle, as usual. I've been in there, man, all my little extra time, brother. Been supporting you. And we'll continue to do that as always. Shout out to Jared. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the true Bama fans, man. You do a great job.
All right. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, Shawn.